mindful of time. So happy Monday, happy VIP Monday meeting. Today, what we're going to talk about is just kind of, as you've seen over the last couple of weeks, we talked about a couple of weeks ago when we kicked off our team VIP calls. We're trying to make sure everything is really streamlined and really simple so that you don't get overwhelmed by everything happening in Beachbody and you can actually take action in your business. Because the biggest hiccup or obstacle that we're seeing is that there's so much happening that it gets really confusing and you just kind of get overwhelmed. And so it's easy just to do absolutely nothing and be paralyzed. So we're trying to really streamline that. We're going to start by showing you the Facebook page. So you saw the team VIP, we updated the cover photo, we cleaned out all the guides, we took out all the units, and we're going to actually leave those gone. So you'll have two places where you can see things for information so that it's not confusing and you're not digging, because sometimes guides and units get very wonky and hard to find. So you'll always see pin post at the very top that you see Raquel scrolling up. All of the information, all of the short links, everything you need to know right now will always be updated right here. So if something changes, we will update it. If a link doesn't work, we'll fix it here. Summit information, summit qualification, all that stuff is here, and you'll see all the information that you need: team recordings, team logins, Zoom logins, everything will be on that team post or that one pin post, so that it's the first thing that you see on your phone and it's really easy to find. And it's also the first thing that you see on your computer. We're trying to make it user-friendly for both. So that will always be updated throughout the month and then at the beginning of every month with new resources, just so that you have it. You'll also see in the album section of the team VIP page, that's where we will put anything that is launch specific and needs more detail. So for example, we have a client PDF, package PDF that you can give potential clients that's in that pin post. But if you want a specific one for gut protocol, Laura made an amazing one that we stuck in here, that way you have something program specific that you can give to your potential clients for gut protocol and you don't have to worry about being confused. However, if you send someone the basic client PDF, it gives the options for both a basic Shakeology option and a basic performance pack option that can be used with gut protocol, and you can just adjust and sell them that gut protocol without it being labeled that way, if that makes sense. So you can use either package option, but just know pin post has all the materials. Albums has anything that you need in detail, or any images, graphics that you can use for your team, use for your client, use for your client group. Any of that will be found in albums. So pin post, albums, those are your two resources. And then we're going to dive a little further into a couple of the PDFs just so that you can ask any questions and give any feedback on that.
Yes, and just one real quick thing too, the Slay Squad with the superstar diamond coaches leading on Mondays, because we're not making event pages for that anymore, I'm also going to create an album with the picture and the title of what it is, and then the recording of the link. But if you want to hop on live, which I strongly encourage you to, here's the Zoom link and here's the password, and they're every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. But again, that's in the pin post. Cool. Okay, so moving right along, like Jessica said, you'll have the April resources soon to be May once we get there. But here are the short links that used to be guides that are now everything that you might need. So we just talked about the client info package. That's the short link here. You can see it if my screen wants to come up. So again, kind of goes through everything. This is not anything new. You've seen all this, but we just added some other additional options. Again, we really want to meet people where they are. So for some people who just need fitness, some people who just need nutrition, you can kind of meet them where they are as well. And then we just did a little bit more descriptions of what each of these packs are and who it's best for. A solution that's really going to fit them and really help them meet their needs. So that is there. Obviously, you can find it Fit Group info. And like Jessica said, if there's a specific one, you can find it in an album. The new client starter guide, we, again, once you sign up a client, we have kind of simplified this too, working off of one Rachel made. We gave them 5 steps so they know exactly once they have ordered, what do they do next. And we go through how to access Beachbody on demand. We go over the difference between Beachbody on demand and Body. Ideally, we want to get them really trying Body classes because they get that first month free, and we don't want anybody get to that second month and be like, what is this charge? I didn't even use it. And I think that there's just so much quality programming in Body, especially for somebody who's coming off of doing nothing. Sometimes a calendar can be really stressful. And if they miss a day, I can't tell you how many people I've had start MM100, get to day 16, miss a few days, and feel like they need to get back to day one. And it's like, no, it's fine. But for somebody who just needs to start getting in the habit of moving, I think Body is just such a great platform for them to start with. And then we kind of go into different things here, what we want you to start with as they're waiting for their package to arrive, how to take progress pictures and measurements, different ways of which you can enjoy Shakeology, as well as how to use the different nutritionals depending on what they must have given. And if they only got Shakeology, we want them to see Energize, Hydrate, Recover, Collagen, all those extra things that they may not know about, how to manage their subscription. And then these are, over the years, the biggest questions that we constantly get from clients. We want to have it here for them so that it's answered, they know where to get the questions answered, and that they can feel confident in starting. So again, we linked our client info hub with all the meal plans, but this is there for them as well. So you are more than welcome to use this as well. And then we link our VIP Fit Crew, but you could, link your group as well. Jess, you want to do the coach info one?
Yes, if you just pull it up, I'll walk through it. So on that client PDF, we left it really simple, and you'll notice that we didn't talk about portion fix or to be mindset. You can definitely use that as kind of your baseline while stuff is coming in. And then if you specifically want to dive deeper within your group on one of the nutrition programs, gut protocol, to be mindset, portion fix, you go on with your bad self. We find it really helpful to give people the most simple baseline so that they can feel successful without feeling overwhelmed first. And then anytime they need to back it up and go back to that baseline because life gets crazy, that's available for them. When they feel really awesome and they feel like they can take it to that next step, then those options are available, and they have 1 million Beachbody resources to go there. But it gives them some sort of a tiny win and some sort of a success of feeling different without having to overhaul their life, which is why we left it really simple and didn't go deep dive into any of that stuff. This right here is, we actually made the original one in 2020. This is a glimpse into working with Team VIP. So this is our coach info. So this is what you would be sending to someone who is interested in the coach opportunity. We normally send this in an email with a recording of a recent webinar that we've done. We haven't done a webinar in 100 years, so we probably should get an updated recording for us, but we normally send it in an email so that for people that like to watch a video and want to see us talking, have the option to see it on a video format. And then if you're somebody who just wants to give me the nitty gritty, give me the facts, let me read it, let me see it, they have the PDF option as well. So as you'll see, we made sure and tied in our culture prioritizes family, service, and gratitude. We wanted people to really have the options of what do we want to be able to offer the coaches on our team. We want to be able to relieve stress and create breathing room in their monthly budget. We want to help them either save or have a vacation fund. We want to help them pay off debt.
Okay.
And all the things that we think of when it comes to our team. And we do want them to know that the opportunity to have a long-term opportunity to grow income is available, but it's not necessary. There may be people that come onto your team and never have the dream of making this their full-time income. They always want it to be their side hustle. That is perfectly fine. Never discredit.
You're back.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I can't mute people.
I got it. Got it. Here we go. I think we're good. Yeah. We never want to discredit the opportunity of someone just making $200, $300, $400 a month. There's something that's so powerful, but we also want people to know that long-term option is available. So you'll also see on here what we do as coaches. You'll see the common objections that people are going to have. We take those straight from objections that we have all had on this team. You'll be able to see what we do, how we do it, how this business is different, how you can set it up. You'll see pictures of our team on here. You'll see common hesitations, what our responses are to those things. And then you'll also see some income progressions that are on there so that you can actually see from Team VIP what is possible, what is the potential. And so you'll see people that are directly from our team. These are not made up humans. This is actually us. How do you get started on the team? And then information. So sometimes it's nice to have that so that you're not giving them verbal diarrhea over a Facebook or Instagram message. And then it opens up the conversation, gives them something to think about, and maybe gives them questions to ask. We put it in this format because when you're first starting to recruit coaches, it can feel like I'm so nervous because what if I ask somebody if they're interested and they say yes and I don't have anything to say back? This gives you something to say back. So again, everything that we've created here and everything we're trying to do is to help make it simple and easy for you to invite people, whether it's because they want to become a client with you or they want to become a coach with you. You have the resources. You don't have to know anything. You could literally use these 3 PDFs we just showed you and run your entire business for the entire year of 2022 and have mad success if all you did is take action with these 3 resources. Okay. Anything else or questions that you have on this? What we've chatted about.
Okay, next one I'm pulling up, if my computer wants to work with me, is our new coach training. So let's say you did invite, you showed them that PDF, you answered any of the questions, and like, yes, I'm ready. I'm ready to become a coach. One of the biggest things is like, I don't know how to train them. And I will tell you, there are 1,000,001 ways in which you can train your coaches. If you listen to a National Wake Up Call, if you go to any Beachbody Summit, if you go to anything, you're going to hear different ways that work for different people. And you're going to want to change it up by what you hear. You absolutely can find a rhythm that works for you. We decided again with the idea of simplify and streamline. What do people need to know in order to get started? So this is our new coach business starter guide. Again, we worked off of an older one that we had to basically, when somebody starts, what is it that they need to be successful? Why doesn't my thing want to go? Well, my computer doesn't want it to show it to you. It's still thinking. But basically, it's 5 steps on what to do to get started as a coach. Again, I don't know why my computer has a spinning wheel of death, but it's 5 different steps getting them started on their journey, setting up their business where they watch those videos, helping your first customers. What does that look like? What are some messages that you can send as a brand new coach to people in their warm market to help them get set up? And then a little conversation guide of when people say, hey, I'd love more and more info. What do you send them? We have that VIP client guide that we just showed you. Again, so they have packages and options. We've also linked social media. We do most of our business online and social media, but for a lot of people that join us, they're probably not as active as we are on social media. Not to worry, we have our new coach social media guide. We just linked it here for them. And we've given them, we talked about this before with that 21-day posting plan that they can just wash, rinse, repeat, and keep posting. And then finally plug into our team. We're sharing about when our team meetings are, setting business goals, this business builder checklist, and so on and so forth. Okay. And then additional information, we talk about Success Club, things that they need to know, Success Starter, and growing your team. First step is Emerald, and talking about the importance of that. So this is a very, very basic way to onboard new coaches, giving them exactly what they need to get started, and then having them learn as they go. But you have access to this. This is what we found in the past. Keeping it simple, keeping it step by step by step is what really helps people get started. If they can just like start, we find that they have much better success there.
And you'll see on each one of the 5 steps, there's an action item for them to send something back to you. That way it keeps them engaged. And there's no reason for a coach to go, like if they do not complete these 5 steps, they're never going to move forward in their business. So that way it gives you a little bit of, they've got to show some effort without feeling overwhelmed, because if you give them all this information all at once, the likelihood of them actually going through it is pretty small. But if they've got 5 small steps that they can crank out, they could get this done in a day if they really wanted to, if they're really committed. But it gives them kind of markers to hit, action steps to send you. And then once they've completed that, that really sets their foundation of their business and helps you to know where they're at and helps you to mentor them. They should be able to confidently hit Success Club off of these 5 steps. In their first month, they could hit Success Club 5, hit Success Club 10. They could use these 5 steps for the first year of their business and have mad success. So again, you don't need to be a master mentor. If you have them use these 5 steps and then stay on that pattern, they would have success. And all you would have to do is be their cheerleader, which is what we want you to be in the position of, not feeling like, what do I do? How do I train them? How do I teach them? Give them this, tell them to rinse, repeat, and you be there to pull them up when they're feeling nervous or they're feeling insecure. But that should be your only job. You shouldn't be having to figure out how to reinvent the wheel. So keep it simple and take action. That is the goal of these resources. Any questions?
Just a few other things on this that I wanted to point out. We set up, I think in 2020, some free sample workouts. If anybody's like, yeah, I'd like to try workout for free. We created a free website that you can link up, and it has free sample workouts that they can do. So job one, muscle burns fat, bar blend, all of the sample workouts are right here. So you have options to show them that as well. If you've ever wanted to run a free group, we have made that 4-day reclaim reset where it gives them like it's a meal plan and just some different things to do. It works like a charm every single time. People love to do it. If you're somebody who wants to offer free value, get people excited about what we do, that's a great way to run a free group. You have access to it there. And then if you're ever like wanting to find, like we talked about last week when we have a product focused Power Greens, and you're like, I don't need to send a share cart. I just need a direct link to Energize or Power Greens or Beach Bars. This is the link, Team Beachbody Coach Tools, that you can access this and send a direct link. You plug in your coach ID and away you go. It's also great to know like, ooh, how much is this? How much is the retail for this? What's the commission? What's the PV, EV, all that volume stuff? You can find it there. And then finally, obviously, of course, our VIP recognition. Make sure that you're updating that by the Sunday of each week to be recognized on the Monday Success Club board. So we kind of like ran through all of that, but this is truly all that you need. I think sometimes we can overcomplicate this business, but it really is just the same things repeated over and over consistently that are going to bring you success. So hopefully that makes it a little bit easier to know where to access. Do we have any questions about anything we covered? Nope.
Fabulous.
Cool.
Okay, so we talked about, we posted it in the group last week, and it's also in that pin post just in case you need it. If you're going to Summit, the Summit party qualifications are listed. Those months to qualify are this month in April and next month in May. So if you're going to Summit and qualifying for one of those parties is on your radar, just make sure that you know the details so that it doesn't like lap around and all of a sudden you're like, wait, what happened? I missed it. How did I miss this? I've definitely done that before. So make sure that you know, and if you have questions about that, let us know. We can clarify. I know somebody had a question about it being, if you weren't already a diamond, could you qualify? There's 2 different qualification categories. So if you are ruby and below as of right now, you're in one pool. And if you are diamond and above right now, you're in another pool. But every single person that is an active coach has a chance to qualify to go. So if you have a question about that, let us know. Laura, your steering wheel is creeping me out. But I appreciate that you're driving safe. I just feel like I'm under your.
I really wanted to be on video. That's why I was like,
I'm happy. I'd rather see your steering wheel than see a black screen. I really would. But I feel like I'm like under the car. Okay. Any other questions that we have?
Oh, it looks like Lauren Leclerc, your son has a question.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, he has probably lots to say. What do you have? What's your question, Edwin?
He's like, oh, just kidding.
Forgot already. I just want to say, being from the Northeast and going back to the beginning, talk about tornadoes. I worked in Ohio one season and they didn't tell us that they did tornado warning testing on Saturdays. And we were all freaking out because we couldn't figure out what was going on, because like we were watching the radar and like nothing's happening. I'm like, is there going to be a tornado? And then lo and behold, it's just like the warning. So, coming from the Northeast, I can appreciate tornado safety.
Oh my gosh.
Marissa says in Deer Park, the plant alarms, what is a plant alarm? Like there's what? Chemical plant alarms go off at noon every Saturday. I was like, is there a plant crisis in Deer Park? The foliage is coming after you, take cover. Chemical plant. Got it. Me on Monday. Okay, well, I'm so excited to see everybody here live. Be on the lookout for the Success Club board. Make sure if you have not filled out your personal Success Club for the Success Club board that you do so. The link is in the pinned post in case you need it. Have the most amazing day. We will see you on the social. Bye, y'all.
Bye.